Okay. Hi guys. So let me go back through the sandbox. Oh my god. I just can't decide whether I want like a real grass or fake grass. But this is definitely a little bit of a hi, nice to meet you. Welcome to the porch. We're happy you are here. What's your name?
Oishi.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to say that again.
Oishi.
Oishi. Oishi. Okay. Oishi. Jenny, Alex, Mary, Robbie, Maya. Oh my god, Meg, and Mitch. Otherwise known as Nick. But Mitch. But Mitch. So it's we are up on the full moon again. How you feel? That's what I said this morning. Literally, I walked into the class and I'm like, how do you guys feel? And they're like, and I'm like, this is how I feel. Like that. Yeah. It does feel chaotic. It feels a little overwhelming and then unsettling for me anyway. Oh, hold on. Let's stop that for a moment. And that's exactly what Gemini energy is like. Hi, Diane. You are right on time. She can come right next to me. You guys are fine. Maya, maybe you can scoot back a little and Diane can go right here. Hi! Right on time. Right on time. And there's also but I don't think we're expecting anybody else, so we're all good. So, appropriately, you're Leo. Is there any Gemini in your chart?
Gemini rising.
Gemini rising. Any other Gemini? Moon? No. No. Don't know. Don't know. You're Virgo, but I don't know any. I mean Libra, but I don't know anything else. And then, not over there either. No.
What about you?
I am Sun, Leo, Moon in Libra, Scorpio rising, but I have Mars and Jupiter conjunct in Gemini. So there's that, which is, good and bad. But I've been definitely feeling it. The part for me anyway, and you may relate to this or you may not, it really depends, is the like none of it really makes any sense type of a thing, which is okay. Precisely. Which is part of Gemini energy. Gemini energy is about not really trying to answer the question. Gemini energy is just to witness, right? Gemini energy is just show up for the experience, witness, and then move on to the next experience. It's very journalist style. It's like allow it to not make sense. That's one of the objectives of the energy, which is very opposite to Sagittarius, where the sun is in, right? Where Sagittarius is looking for the answers. Now, the sun, which is the masculine, the rational, the ego, is looking for the answers, right? And then the moon, which is the feminine, the intuitive, right? The heart and the soul, is the lost one. So there's obviously a pull on the energies, which always happens. Now, we have to be mindful because the nodes of the moon are on the same axis. They're running on the Gemini Sagittarius axis on the polar opposites, and they are just about to move to Taurus and Scorpio, which is so we are feeling that collectively. Hi, Paturi, which is gonna bring a way of a new depth into our collective awareness, right? Gemini and Sag are very, Gemini being an air sign and then Sagittarius being what Sagittarius is, are very non-committal in a way. They are little surface-like, but non-committal is a better word. They're fleeting. and they just kind of like, they just want to go. They don't want to stay in one place. They're very, very fast-paced moving energies. So that adds to the chaos and to the unsettling situation, the nodes of the moon. And it will be interesting, and I believe they're shifting somewhere early in January, what will happen, because of the Taurus Scorpio is such a polarized energy, and it's so committal, and so, like, Taurus is so like down to earth, and then Scorpio is so like intense and raw. What will happen collectively? We will definitely feel some shift. So that is intensifying the moon and the sun, play. And then obviously cannot forget the situation with Venus, right? So Venus is going retrograde today in Capricorn, which is a good place for Venus to be. Venus likes to be in Capricorn. Capricorn always speaks to the great work of your life. So in this case, we're talking the great work of your intimacy, of your love, of your self-worth, of all beautiful, right? Venus governs beauty and art and money and music and all that. So we're talking long-term return on investment of what you value, how you appreciate value, how you show up in intimate relationships and all that. So now, when Venus is going retrograde, and this guy, you guys, I could talk about this like for like 2 hours, and we're going to try to like wrap it in real quick, but Venus goes retrograde about every 18 months. The last one was about a year and a half ago in Gemini, actually. But Venus retrogrades only through 5 signs. So because of the way it goes, she will retrograde only in 5 signs, right? So we're all collectively experiencing 5 particular signs. And she returns to the same sign every 8 years. So 8 years ago, Venus was in retrograde in Capricorn. And then 16 years ago, again, Venus was in retrograde in Capricorn. So generally speaking, there's some kind of a pattern. When planet goes retrograde, that means it's illusion, obviously, optical illusion, because the planets are in fact going the same way. But just like when you're passing a car, right? In the moment, it looks like you're at stop. None of you are moving. And then if you're going faster, the other car looks like it's going backwards, right? That's exactly what's happening when planet goes retrograde. It looks like it stops, and then it looks like it's going backwards. And then again, at some point, it looks like it stops, and then reverse the motion. Astrology. It's all from our perspective. We are the center of the universe, obviously. Anyway, so when Venus go retrogrades, or any planet, it's always the energy is projected inward, right? So you're internalizing the energy of whatever the planet represents. And in this case, Venus represents the logic board within you that has to do with love and peace and money and art and beauty and all of that, right? So it's like a circuit board. Think about it as a circuit board within your brain or soul or whatever. So what are you, generally speaking, right? What intimate drama within that sphere, what is it going to show up? And then where is it going to show up? So generally speaking, most obvious place in your life would be wherever your Capricorn corner lies in your birth chart. So if you know your birth chart, you look it up, you see Capricorn, 2nd house, great, right there, right? So money, self-worth, right? Assets, resources, so on and so forth. If your Capricorn lies in 7th house, intimate relationships, even worse, because you're doubling up on, right, the load. So almost done. Hang in there. Hang in there. It would be all dandy. Venus retrograde is, it's always tough. Exes happen to show up, Some of you are not single, you're single, right? Anyway, exes happen to show up, so be aware. things from the past happen to show up. Theme repeats 8 years ago, 16 years ago. Similar theme if something was going on. But the twist plot this year is that Pluto happens to be also in Capricorn, and it happens to be very close to Venus pretty much the whole time Venus is retrograding. And that gives the dynamic little extra intensity. It gives it a little extra Scorpio energy, if you will. It gives it a little extra woundedness. It gives it a little extra necessity for transformation. It gives it a little extra good death for a certain level of rebirth, right? It gives it a little extra shedding, as in an opportunity to come out with new clarity for whatever new chapter of your life in that area, in that level of intimacy, right? So the potency of the energy is really big. Does that make sense? So Gemini, full moon, Venus retrograde, along with Pluto. There's one date that I will give you. I believe it's January 8th, when Venus in retrograde in Capricorn will make a conjunction to the Sun. So they're going to be in the same line, right? Conjunction to the Sun. So you will not see Venus because she will not be visible in the sky. And then she will be reborn as a morning sky. So now you can see Venus in the night sky. But after January 8th, you will actually see her in the morning, not at night. And that point is January 8th. Just be aware what happens on January 8th. It's for me, it's really interesting because on January 8th, it will be in 18 degrees of Capricorn. 18 is like a big number in my life. But my Venus is in 18 degrees of Cancer, which is directly opposing to 18 degrees of Capricorn. So I'm expecting some big explosion on January 8th. Anyway, so this flow is also very interesting. Robbie and Alex have already experienced it this morning, so they know what's coming. It is very Gemini-like, in my opinion. It is very chaotic, but there is a underlying rhyme to the madness. It's like a chaos theory, right? Everything really actually makes sense in a bigger picture, even though we don't necessarily see that or we can't pick up on that. So yeah, hopefully you will enjoy. Anybody needs a block? There's one more block.
I'll take it.
Take it. All right. We are gonna start in Shavasana. Yay! So when I said that this morning, somebody was super excited about that. Oh, that was you? Oh, I thought that was a woman's voice. But apparently not. I thought it was maybe like a Shelly or somebody. But I heard like yay or something like that. And I'm like, okay. Yes. Well, Shavasana it is. If there may be a few people in the worldwide intraweb, don't be afraid. There's really not that many people watching these, but there are a few people, including my sister. I know, right? I know. It is really sweet. That may be present. The playlist, you guys, it's called 12/18/21, called Simple Day. Which is also, I feel, very appropriate because there's nothing simple about this flow. Maybe the Shavasana is simple, even though I would argue that Shavasana is the hardest, really, if you are present for it, right? If you can be present for your Shavasana, then it is not the easiest place to be. However, 12/18/21, the playlist is called Simple Day. And I am starting it. 3, 2, 1, now. So tune into the body, let the feet soften, splay out, let the legs release, hips heavy, belly soft. Little awareness to the shoulder blades and the space in between, maybe tiny air pocket, maybe even plug them under just a little bit to open up through the heart. Collarbone, soft shoulders. Little wiggle through the jaw, soften the face. Eyes closed or open. Maybe you pop them open for a minute. Look at the sky. Look at the clouds. Look at the green and the blue. Find your breath. Notice the subtlety of the breath. And notice if you can just simply witness. No molding, no control. You are connected to it, but you are witnessing. And again, whatever is happening, allow that to not make any sense. In a Gemini fashion, allow that to not make any sense. In Sagittarius fashion, trust. Right? Trust. Trust that there is a bigger meaning, and that perhaps, just like fog, the sun will clear it out, and clarity will come eventually. Notice the belly moving, the chest rising. Notice the heaviness of your body. Notice the underlying current. Notice the nervous system. Check in. Generally speaking, it's been a little stressful. Holidays still upon us. Maybe some final shopping. And truly as if you just woke up in the morning. A little bit of a movement through the fingertips. You begin to find a little energy that runs through your body. A little move through the toes. Stretch the fingers apart. Stretch the toes apart. And then maybe reach through the legs. So like extend the legs and then extend the arms. Not over the head, just kind of sideways a little bit, yeah. Or over the head, that's fine too. And then bringing the knees into the chest. Hug yourself in. A little bit of a squeeze. Maybe a little bit of a side to side. If there's anything else, the knees open. Get into the hips a little bit, right? Open the knees, like plug them in a little bit. Maybe just, yes, just like that, Mary. That's exactly what I had in mind. Yeah. And putting your feet back onto the mat, hip width distance, knees are bent. So as if you're going to bridge pose. Arms by your side. Plug the elbows a little bit into the mat, to the ground. And then tuck the tail under, flatten the low back, feel the connection of the low back into the mat. Press into the heels and slowly lift the hips up. Inhale. And then slowly exhale, lower the hips down. And then now pelvic tilt the other way. So keep your hips touching the mat, but create a space at your low back. So if I could slide my hand, yes, exactly. And then again, tuck the tail, plug it in, low back down, press into your heels, drive through your feet, hips up, inhale. Yes, exhale, lower down. Little space at your low back. So you're doing like bridge cat-cow type of a thing. Low back down, round it, press it, drive through the feet, inhale, hips go up, nice. Exhale, lower them down again. Last one. Space at your low back with your breath. Yeah, round it, drive it. Inhale, lift the hips up. Beautiful. And then exhale, lower them down. Bringing the knees back into the chest. Yep. Keeping your right knee in, extend your left leg out to a hover. Press through the heel. Take a breath in, drop your extended foot down, guide your knee across your body to a twist. And then just gently give it a little bit of a reach with the opposite arm. Now back through the center, hug the right knee back into the chest, and then hold it, and then open it out to the side, so kind of get into the hip a little bit. Squeeze it in towards the body. Let the knee go, and slowly, you guys, extend your heel forward, keeping the hip and knee open, forward. Yep, hold it there. Close it in. There's a little bit of a crack in my hip. Drop your right foot down, bring your left knee into the chest. A little bit of a squeeze. Guide it across body. Left arm out to the side. Give it a little bit of a breathing room. Should feel nice. And then back through the center. Hold the knee in. Let the arm help you open the hip up. Feel that pull of the knee and the thigh in towards the side of your body. And then slowly let it go. And super slow, press through the heel, extending your left foot forward to a hover. So it's a quite of a hip thing. And then back into the center. Bring both knees into the chest. Give them a squeeze. And again, maybe there's a happy baby here, or maybe there's just a little bit of a knees hugging in situation. And then whenever you're happy, cross your feet, round up and down the spine, find your way to tabletop. And then bring your right shin across the mat, yeah. I'm like, wait, did that make sense? It did. And then extend your left leg back down. So we're going to pigeon. When is the last time you started your practice in pigeon? And well, in Shavasana, and then quickly in pigeon. So just take a moment here. It doesn't have to make sense, because it doesn't, but it does. And then just fold yourself down. And you have a moment here. And then notice it would be a lot worse in the morning if you weren't moving all day. So maybe it's not as intense as it would be if you just got up and went to practice. But there's a certain quality in throwing you completely out of your comfort zone, right? In life and in yoga practice. So notice where you feel it. Notice if it's better, worse than usual, maybe more intense, and maybe it's just bad, and that's fine. Every now and then, I don't do this very often, but today is just a good day for it, apparently. This universe decided. Yeah, I was worried about the sun being in our eyes, but the timing is actually kind of perfect. All right, exhale. Find your breath. Slowly inhale. And then push yourself back to tabletop. No big rolling of the hips, you guys. Just a gentle side to side. Mindful of the connection of the hand to the mat. Mindful of any compression through the low back. Alright, left knee comes in, shin crosses the mat. And then slowly you extend your right foot back, you reach. Take a moment before you go down. Just kind of give the hips an opportunity to settle into whatever space. And then go down. And then maybe this is your better side or this is your bad side. It's not good or bad. It's just simply how it is. You are there to witness. You're witnessing sensation, you're witnessing underlying stress level, you're witnessing your mood, and whatever else happens to show up inside of your head. Find your breath, finish your exhale. Inhale begins to bring you back up, plant your hands, and then slowly find your way back to tabletop again. And then there's a little bit of a sway through the hips again. So notice allowing the sensation to come back naturally and not countering the posture immediately with a big move. Whenever you're ready, tuck the toes, lift the hips back, downward facing dog. Little pedal through the feet. Yep. Little movement through the shoulders. Stay connected to the body, but again, ultimately you are there to witness today. You are not there to work it out or to make sense or to find just the place you want to be. Take it as it is and witness it. And then move on. Alright, right knee into the nose. Bring it in. Round, shift forward, push the mat away. Now slowly lower onto the right knee and the right shin. Lift the left foot off the mat. Keep projecting energies through that foot. Option to put your foot underneath your knee or on top of your left thigh. Yeah? Shift forward, elbows in, lower, halfway down. And stay right there. Keep reaching with the back foot. Now let it go. Step it in. Pull your heart through, upward facing dog. Take a moment, hips go back, downward facing. In through your nose. Open mouth, let it go. Nice, one more, just like that. And you can continue moving through the feet, right, as you breathe. Left knee comes into the chest, round, slowly come forward. Push the mat away. Lower down onto your shin. With action and energy, lift your right foot. And it's maybe higher than the hip, notice the glute. And then you find the pull of that other foot supporting the leg. Forward, elbows in, lower. It's really weird place to be. Pull through, let the legs go. Inhale, up dog. Hips go back, roll over the feet. Downward facing dog. Little pedal. Little move. Little witnessing. Walk the feet all the way in front of your space. Standing forward fold. Bend your knees. Release, maybe grab opposite elbows, sway it side to side, upper body, through your feet, shift the weight, right? Yeah. Very nice. Now, let the hands go and fingertips touch the ground. Keep the feet slightly apart. You guys, without moving your feet, pull your heels in towards each other and feel the legs and the hips externally rotate, right? The femurs are rolling out in the hip sockets. The heels are kind of dragging in towards each other. There's a little bit of a pull through the back of the knees. Reverse it. Heels go outside. You don't move your feet. It's just energetic pull. Got it? Feel it? Yep. Back in. Heels in. Nice. And then heels out. The toes are still touching. Check in with the arches of your hands. Let it go. Half lift. Flat back. Stay for exhale. Inhale here again. Exhale. Fold. Again. Half lift. Flat back. Stay for an exhale. Activate the upper body. Don't lock the knees. Inhale again. Exhale. Fold. Last one. Half lift. Flat back. Pull the upper body away from the legs. Hollow out the belly. Find that exhale. Find that inhale. Let it go. Keep your knees bent round all the way up. Arms reach up over your head and bring your hands to heart center. Inhale in through your nose. Open mouth. Let it go. Nice. Again, in through your nose. Yep. Bug spray. Open mouth. Let it go. Nice. Arms reach up over your head. Big exhale all the way down. Half lift. Flat back. Plant your hands, step back to plank, inhale in your plank, lower halfway down, knees are not up to you, you know what you're doing. Inhale, up dog. Little less instructions today, roll over your feet, downward facing dog. There's really no space for alignment and structural cues, it's kind of pose to pose, right? So just do what you need to do, you know what you're doing. In through your nose. Open mouth, let it go. Nice. Tiptoes. Knees bend, look where you're going. Walk, step, float. Half lift, await, breath and movement. Exhale, fold. Yep, all the way up. Arms reach up over your head. All the way down, let it go. Half lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step or float, your way. Up dog, perhaps. Chest shines through. Hips go back, downward facing. Witness. In through your nose. Open mouth. Let it go. Tiptoes. Knees bent. Look where you're going. Walk, step, float. High patootie. Half lift. Flat back. Exhale, fold. All the way up. Arms reach up. Bring your hands by your hips or grab your hips. Shift your weight into your right foot. Bring your left knee up. Flex the foot. Kind of plug the femur in. Now slowly open your left knee out to the side. Knee stays where it is. Bring the foot backwards and then upper body forward. And then circle your left foot back and up so you're in warrior 3 with a bent knee. Sole of the foot pointing up against the ceiling. Straighten the leg, warrior 3. Arms reach up over your head. Yep. And you're there. Right knee bends, step it back, arms rise, high crescent. Arms go directly in front of you. Push through the arms, lower your left knee down to a hover. Stay right there. Opening to your left. Left arm goes out to the side, left knee out to the side. You're going to goddess pose, yes? And then keep your hand sideways. Push through the palm of the hand. Very nice. Lift your left heel. Close that window. You're coming back forward again into that hovering crescent. Yes. Arms up. Left arm forward, right arm back. Open. Breath. Right arm down, left arm up. Back bend. Stay. Lift through the heart. Tuck the tail. Find your belly. Open up. Warrior 2. Up and over. Reverse. Reach. Into runner's lunge, hands go onto your front thigh. Lift the back heel, close the hip, reach with the spine, crown of the head. Back to warrior 2. Up and over, reverse. A little bit more. The left arm go on top of your right knee. Your right hand goes inside of your left forearm. Push yourself into a little bit of a twist. Back to warrior 2, back heel drop down. Up and over, reach. Full-blown twist this time. Come forward, hands to heart. Lift your back heel, lengthen and twist. Yep. So good. Breath. Arms up, high crescent lunge. Inhale. Arms go down, frame the foot. Right leg goes long, 3-legged dog. Lengthen. Right knee bends, open the hip, flex the foot. Step heavy into your back heel. Drop it as far as it goes. Down. Yes, nice, Mary. Now slowly come forward. Right knee to the outside of your right shoulders. Keep it nice and tight. Mindful of the hip. The hip is opening. Yep. And then drop your shin across the mat. but you guys, really parallel to the front of the mat. So the hips are high, the back knee's down. Take your left hand, put it on the arch of your right foot. So look where I am. My right knee is heavily lifted. That's fine, right? But my hips are square, my shin is, yep. And maybe that's where you are, and that's fine. Not Meg. Meg is all the way down. Meg is in it. You're good. You're good. Yeah, it just depends, right, on the mobility of your hip. Now, if your back toe is stuck, can we reach back? Can we lower the hips just a tad? Oof. It hurts. Mitch, does it hurt? It hurts me too. Alex, does it hurt? It hurt. Oh, it hurts so good. All right, tuck your back toe. Yeah, find that knee. Put your hands down onto the mat. Lift the back knee, and then swing your right foot behind your left for supported side plank, or more of a flip dog. Up to you. Coming back, right knee, right tricep. Tap it in. Three-legged dog. Let it go. Step your right foot all the way in. Back heel goes down. Warrior one. Rise. Cactus your arms. Open the heart. Drop the hands. Interlace the hands. Inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, humble warrior coming forward. Keep pressure through the outer edge of your back foot, your back hip, putting forward. Drop the arms. Let them go. Off to your left, Skandasana, move to the back of your mat. And then really extend through your right leg. This is what you're looking for here, yeah? Coming back to front, runner's lunge, arms go down, left arm plants inside of your right foot, right arm goes up, pull your belly in. Back down, back to your left, and back of your space, bend. Stay here. Now take your right foot and then drop it down. Feel the internal rotation of the femur in the hip socket. And then back up again, and then maybe out, open. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Coming back to front again. Left arm down, right arm up. The back knee perhaps drops down. Pull the heel in towards your glute. Maybe you grab for it. Let it go. Back into Skandasana to the back of your space. Listen. The left toes turn all the way to the back and you come to extended side angle. Left arm on the knee. Right arm circles up. Find your way. Very nice. Breathe. And then slowly begin to straighten your front leg. Find your way to Trikonasana from there. Maybe the left hand slides onto the shin. Look down for balance, left knee bends, half moon is your exit, shift forward or rather backwards, right? And then open up. Nice. Now big transition, let's take it slow first. Left knee bends, maybe right hand goes down, long step back, come all the way to the front of your space, runner's lunge, fingertips down, crawl your hands forward, warrior three legs. Arms go out to a T, warrior three. You got it. Good job, you guys. Now ground. And then slowly begin to turn your upper body. Keep the T through your arms as if you're holding a broom. Drop your left arm down, as little or a lot as it goes. Yep. So you don't change the rotation through your shoulders, right? So that's not what I want. I want to keep the T. Keep the T. Keep the T. And then all of it turns. There you go. So maybe that's where you go. Maybe that's it, right? Back to warrior three. Don't you love when somebody... And then knee into the chest. Come all the way up to standing. This is how we started. Hug the knee in. Grab the foot. And then extend it however little or a lot you can. Right? So it can totally be bent. Now, ready? Pistol squat down. Come all the way down onto your butt. Sit down. Yep, so the left leg is up. Lay down, right? Lay down. And then have happy baby on the left side. Yay. All right. Exchange the legs. Bring the right leg. Hold the right leg. And then pull the happy baby on the other side. Now pull the leg like kind of in front of you so you're holding it. And you begin to round up and down the spine as little or a lot until you end up in pistol squat again, and then you rise up. If you don't make it, then you need to leave. We're just joking. Alright, so we're in standing, right knees into the chest, right? We're ready to do the other side. Grab the hips, ground through the standing leg, guide the knee or just open it out to the side. Knee stays, foot begins to move backwards and you begin to lean. And then you circle your knee all the way back into warrior 3 with the knee bent. And then you push through that heel and extend to full-blown warrior 3, arms over your head. Left knee bend, step it back, arms rise, high crescent lunge. Arms go in front of you, flex the wrist and really push. Feel that energy going through the middle finger. Drop almost down to the knee hovers. Off to your right, open, goddess pose. Lift the knee. Find the hips. Yes. Arms pushing sideways. Yes, thank you. The right heel lifts, inhale. And then begin to close it back down again. Yep, to that hover. Keep pushing through the hands. Straighten your back leg, arms up, inhale. Arms go down, frame the foot. Left leg goes long, 3-legged dog. Bend your knee, flex your foot, open through your hip. Take a moment, push through the right heel. The back foot is bearing all of your weight, right? Come forward, left knee to the outer edge of your left shoulder. So again, you're opening that hip. What does that look like? And then slide it slowly without touching until you touch. And then keep it parallel again, right? So for most of us, the parallel position of the shin to the front of your mat is kind of unattainable. Right? For me anyway. Most of us, I would say 85% of the yogis out there. So put pressure into the inner arch, yeah? And then find a little space, length through your right back leg. And then maybe slowly, right? It really hurts. It hurts me, actually. And Mitch. Me and Mitch, we're suffering over here. That's right. It hurts so good. Notice how we are going up and down and back and front and left to right, right? It's very seemingly chaotic, but it does serve a bigger reason, bigger purpose. Tuck your back toe. Find your hands back onto your mat. Lift your back knee. Slide your left foot behind your right. Supported side plank variation. Flip dog. Up to you. Make it as graceful as you can. Coming back. Left knee, left tricep. Make a connection. 3-legged dog. Lengthen, reach back. Step your left foot all the way in. Drive your back heel down. Warrior 1. Rise. Exhale. Cactus your arms. Drop them down. Interlace the hands. Non-habitual grip. Keep pressure through the outer edge of your back foot. Inhale. Exhale, lower, humble warrior. Coming down. Keep the activeness through your legs and then drop your arms whenever you're ready. Yep, inhale where you are. Exhale, Skandasana to your right, to the back. And just drop down, really lengthen through the extended leg. Sometimes we keep it up more in the right leg, this time in the back leg. Come back to front. Right arm plants inside of your foot, left arm comes up, inhale. Exhale, back down. There's a big giant butterfly flying above us, Skandasana. Yep, inhale where you are. Exhale, drop your left foot down towards the mat and feel the internal rotation of the femur. This kind of hurts actually too. Back up and then out, which is better, easier. Into neutral, coming back to front. Again, right arm plants, left arm up. Perhaps the back knee drops down. Maybe you reach for the back heel. Maybe, just maybe, right? And then you release. Hands back inside of your foot, back to your right. All the way into extended side angle. So right hand finds the knee or inside of your right foot and left arm circles up. Find a full expression. Hug the right hip under. Beautiful, you guys. Slowly slide your right hand down, your shin, straighten your right leg, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Breath in and out. Look down, right knee bends. Half moon is your exit. Yeah. Right knee bends, long step back. Come all the way to front, fingertips, frame the foot, runner's lunge. Crawl forward, shift forward, right leg lifts into warrior three, and then arms go out to a T, warrior three, arms out. And then lock the position of the shoulder, right? So both of your shoulders move with your arms. You're moving upper body to your left. So right arm down, left arm up. Nice, nice. Very nice. Yeah, and maybe you don't go for vertical because your body doesn't let you, right? Back to warrior three. Bring your right knee into the chest. Come all the way to standing. Give it a little bit of a squeeze. And then grab for your foot. Extend your foot out. And then here's elevator down. Let's go. Maybe scoot your butt a little further back, right? Find the little teeter-totter, yeah? All the way onto your butt. All the way down onto your back. Half happy baby. Look at the sky. It's so beautiful. And then full happy baby. And then make it like not a structured happy baby. So bring your feet in towards your butt and just let your knees kind of drop out. So you're almost like in Supta Baddha Konasana, just on your back. Yeah. All right, cross your feet. Begin to round up and down the spine. Take bunch like 3 or 5 until you roll all the way onto your hands. Chaturanga. Shoot your feet back. Inhale, up dog. Heart goes through. Roll over your feet. Downward facing dog. Here we are again. Downward facing dog. Just a super quick intermission, you guys. Right leg lifts up and back. Step your right foot all the way in. Arms rise. High crescent lunge. Inhale. Cactus your arms. Open your heart. Keep super active through the legs and then drop the arms down. Yeah. And then lean in forward as if into Superman pose. But slowly just keep going down. Just keep length through your spine. Fingertips touch the ground. Left knee drops down. Half splits. Bring it back. You're going right back to front. Plant your hands. Plank is next. Chaturanga is an option. Up dog is an option. Downward facing dog is where we meet. In through your nose. Open mouth. Let it go. One more just like that. In through your nose. Open mouth. Let it go. Left leg lifts up and back. Step your left foot all the way in. Arms rise. High crescent lunge. Cactus your arms, open your heart, mindful of the low back. Drop the arms down, keep the spine engaged. Keep leaning in, crown of the head reaching. Back of the neck, extension of your spine all the way down. Fingertips, right knee drops down, hands down, half splits. Bring it back. Back to front. Plant your hands. Plank, chaturanga. Up dog. Hips go back, downward facing dog. Whew. Alright, drop down to your knees. Maybe there's a sip of water if you need one. How do you guys feel? So let me tell you what happened. Should I do it? Should I do it? You think so? Okay. Well, I'm not going to tell you then what happened. It's okay. Yeah, it will work. It will work. But I already kind of screwed it up because you guys are sitting. It came right after the pistol squat.
What happened?
So, I was teaching the same class this morning, but I had 4 rows of people. And I always talk about, so often I talk about this, how I want to do a class where everybody stays in Shavasana the whole time, and they just do it in their head. And I teach like full on, power flow, but nobody does it. Or maybe one person, so I can like actually like cue, or I do it myself. I don't know. But like everybody else is Shavasana doing mind flow, right? It's a mind flow. And then so what I ended up doing is when we came down through the pistol squat, I was like, who needs a break? And then, somebody. So the first and the third row were in Shavasana, while the second row and the fourth row did the flow, and then they switched. And then, because one part did the right leg, and then the other part did the left leg. And then so at the very end, they were off. So I had them facing each other, doing it on the other leg without me cueing right and left, because that would get confusing for everybody. It was still confusing, but it worked out really great. I was pretty impressed that people were actually like still in it, And it may have been a little messy, but anyway. So we're not gonna do that because I already blew it. But one day, you guys, one day we will do it. All right. Well, we are, however, gonna do it again. Downward facing dog. So now you kind of know what's coming. So just kind of be there to witness. It doesn't really have to make sense. Notice how big the moves are, how much you moving back and front and up and down and all the way down onto the ground, right? And then from very back to the very front, quite extreme moves. And that is obviously all happening on purpose. In through your nose. Open mouth, let it go. Nice. Dip toes. Great breath, you guys. Bend your knees. Look where you're going. Walk, step, float. Half lift, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up. Arms reach up over your head. Bring your hands by your hips. Let's try to make it super smooth. Right leg rounds, left knee lifts up into the chest. Open it out to the side. Circle it back. Extend it back, warrior 3 knee bends. Extend your left heel back. Arms go up over your head. Breath in. Right knee bends, step it back. Arms up, high crescent lunge. Arms go in front of you. Left knee goes down to a hover. Find a pull through your feet towards each other. Off to your left. Open goddess pose. Inhale where you are. Find your exhale. Lift up your back heel. And then come back to front. Yep, into that squattish like. Inhale up, reach. Exhale down. Listen, left knee goes down. Half splits, bring it back. Back to front, tuck your back toe, lift your back heel slowly. Arms up over your head, back to high crescent. Left arm forward, right arm back, open. Right arm down, left arm up, look up, reach up. Open up, warrior 2. Up and over, reach. Back to runner's lunge, hands on your thigh. You'll reach in, lean in, so you're not twisting. Or maybe your gaze looks off to your right. Give a wink to your neighbor. Back through the center, back heel down, warrior 2. Up and over, reach. Yep, back to runner's lunge, left forearm onto your thigh. Right hand into it, push. So a little bit of a shoulder action into the twist, hollow out the belly. Nice, back heel down, warrior 2, and reverse. Full blown twist this time, hands to heart. Hook the elbow. Maybe you even open your arms to fly if you have that in you, up to you. Back up, arms up, high crescent. Arms go down, frame the foot. Right leg goes long, 3-legged dog. Bend your knee, flex your foot, open your hip. This should feel oh so good. Yep, right knee comes to the outside of your right shoulder. How much can you open through that hip and how much can you bring it in? Without touching the ground, slide the foot and the shin and then bring it down. Thanks, crazy traffic people. Yep, and then now find that push into that arch. Find the shin position that is really the right shin position, right? That's what we're all striving for. Some of us will never get there, and that's okay. A little bit of a breath. This one, if you go about it this way, you should really feel something, right? If you're not feeling anything, I don't know what to tell you. All right, hands back down, tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, swing your right leg behind, supported side plank, flip dog. Right hand circles down, right to right, tap it in. Three-legged dog, shift your way back. Step your right foot all the way in, left heel dials down, warrior one, rise on your inhale. Cactus, open, mindful of the low back, interlace your hands, inhale, hard lifts. Exhale, humble warrior, you're coming forward, keeping your hips as close as possible. Drop your arms, let them go. Off to your left, to the back of your mat, Skandasana, drop in. Back to the front, arms frame the foot, left arm plants, right arm inhales up, keep your hips. Back down into Skandasana. Yep, keep it nice and deep, drop your foot in and out. Find a neutral. Back to the front, arms frame the foot. Right arm goes up, maybe, just maybe the back knee drops down. Maybe you open the right knee out a little bit, pull it in, yeah. Let the foot go, hands inside of your foot, circle back to Skandasana, but ultimately extended side angle. How are you going to get there? Nice, you guys, so good. Drop the left hand, begin to straighten your left foot, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Look down, left knee bends, half moon is your transition. Breath in and out, left knee bends, control, long step back, circle through the front, runner's lunge, hands plant, touch and go, warrior three, arms to a T. There you go, and then off to a revolve half moon. Whew. And then back to warrior three. Whew. Hips dying, left knee in, come all the way to standing. Hug the left foot in, extend it out. And then coming down, pistol squat, all the way down onto your back. Whew. Hop happy baby. Check out the clouds again, an opportunity to look up at the sky. That's why you're on the porch and not in the yoga room. It's one of the benefits. All right, switch the legs. So left foot will go down. Right foot you will hold with your hands, but you bring it in towards the body. So imagine you're already in the pistol squat, right? You're standing on the ground. And then you begin to roll up and down the spine. You find your left foot, you push off of it, and then you come all the way to standing. And then you bring your right knee into the chest. You square up, hands by your hips. Here we go, knee goes out to the side. Yep, foot out, begin to lean. And then circle it back, warrior three, knee is bent. Push through the heel, extend the foot. Yep, arms up over your head, reach. Very nice, left knee bends, step it back, arms up, high crescent. Arms in front of you, right knee goes down to a hover. Pull it together. Off to your right, goddess. Drop it in and out through your nose. Right heel lifts, inhale. Back to the center, to the front rather. Arms up, straighten your back leg, reach. Arms go down, frame the foot, right knee down, half splits, bring it back. Yes, back to front. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, activate the legs, and then slowly pull the belly in, arms back up, high crescent. Right arm forward, left arm back, T-twist. Left arm down, right arm up, back bend. Find your belly, support your low back, open up, warrior two, drop your back heel. Up and over, reverse. Yep, hands onto your front thigh, runner's lunge, lift your back heel, close your hip, and then kind of want to take off, right? Maybe the gaze goes off to your left, your head. Yep, back heel down, back to warrior two. Up and over, reverse. Right forearm onto your leg, left hand inside, and then push. More of a twist. Back heel down, back to warrior two. Up and over, reverse. Full-blown twist, hands to heart. Lengthen and twist. Back up, arms rise, high crescent lunge. Arms go down, frame the foot. Left leg extends long, three-legged dog. Find a little bit of a release for your legs. Bend your knee, flex your foot, open your hip. And then bring your left knee into the side of your body as you start shifting forward. Tap it out to the outer shoulder. And then slide it across. Yep, and then drop down into that super, super active variation of pigeon. Oof. It's a lot of hip joint work if you haven't noticed. Even the warrior two to the twist, you're doing a lot of hip work there, right? From open to close to square. All right, tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, hands down. Flip it to side plank or flip dog. Left hand circles back down, touch down, left to left, tap it in. Three-legged dog, lengthen, reach back. Step your left foot in, ground your back heel, drive it down, warrior one, rise. Cactus your arms, mindful of the low back, drop the hands, interlace the hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale slowly, you're going forward, driving the right hip continuously forward, humble. Release the hands whenever you're ready. Off to your right. Skandasana, drop, deep, deep. If you lift your right foot, right heel off the mat, that's totally cool, right? We're looking for the length through your left leg. Back to front, arms frame the foot, right arm plants, left arm inhales up. Not too much. Back down and back, rather, to your right. Drop your right foot down, internal. And open it up, external. Yeah, back to neutral, coming to front. Right arm inside, left foot, left arm up. Maybe the back knee drops. Maybe you kind of roll out a little or reach for the back foot. Release. Hands back inside of your foot. Tuck your back toe back to the back of your mat. All the way to extended side angle. How are you going to get there? Nice. So good, you guys. Slowly straighten your right leg, drive your right hand down, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Look down for balance, right knee bends, crawl your hands forward, half moon is your transition. Oops, sorry. Feet tickles, oop, lost it. Alright, ground, right knee bends, hands down all the way to the front, crawl forward, warrior three, arms aside. What, the song or the move?
The song.
Oh, okay. Revolve half moon, upper body to your left. Yeah. Nice, Max. So good. Yep. Very good. Back to warrior three. Right knee comes into the chest. Come all the way to standing. Bring it in. Grab the foot. Extend the leg. Elevator down. All the way down. Onto your butt. Onto your back. Into half. Happy baby. Hallelujah. Make it move a little, you guys. We will find structure in Capricorn season, I promise. Alright, bring both knees into the chest, please. Again, together or apart, little side to side. It's all good. Alright, and then just roll up and down the spine. Find your way into seated. Oh, I'm a big mosquito. So how is the pistol squat situation? Oh, by the way, that warrior 3 with arms aside, it's really good. That's what I wanted to talk about too. Real quick. So 2 things. So I corrected you in the first round. Don't you love when you're holding like a super hard pose and the teacher goes to somebody and then adjusts them for like 2 minutes and you're like fucking dying the whole time? Stephen Bickle liked to do that, and I would be like, seriously? It's like literally 5 minutes. Yeah. So anyway, so when you're in that T, you're isolating this movement, right? So what I actually want to happen is to lock the shoulder joint in place, and I want you to move this way, right? From the hips, right? Because you can move all the way, but not actually turn, right? So that's kind of the exercise here. And then we do that a lot, right? We do like this instead of this, right? Same thing. Or sometimes we just move the head, right? So there's all this variety. And in revolved half moon, especially, it's so hard because you're twisting opposite ways as where your hips are, right? So it's so much easier to go with the shoulders and not with the chest, as opposed with the chest, and then maybe you can't quite get there because you don't have such an active range of motion, right? But that's awareness, right? Where are you twisting from? So very nice job. And then the pistol squat. So there's a little bit of a trick. I feel so like I can do it, but I feel like I'm cheating a little bit. Like if you look, for example, at Jamie has such an amazing pistol squat. It's kind of ridiculous. And then when you look at me, you will see the cheated one, right? So first of all, I can't really extend my foot fully. And then even if I do extend it, I'm leaning forward. I'm not really like this way, right? Because like I can't do that, right? That's okay though. That's okay. You got to start somewhere and you're working towards something. So I'm good. I'm a little more, right? I'm a little more in. But what really matters is the center of the gravity through your hips, right? So if you pull your hips back a little, then your upper body weight is equalizing up front, and then you just kind of go down, right? It's really not that hard, you guys. And then you sit down, and then you're doing the same thing on your way up, right? So let's say I'm not going to switch legs or any of that. So maybe you can, even if you do sit down, and then sometimes we teach it that you don't sit down at all, and we're going straight back. But anyway, we're sitting down. So there's a little bit of a momentum here, right? And then again, you scoot the butt a little back, and then you push into your foot, right? So it's, for me, I am so much leveraging the little teeter-totter situation than actually doing it the way that I am supposed to be doing it, right? Which is like fully extended, fully straight down and up. Like, I can't do that. Make sense? So just a little cheat tip in your pocket for a pistol squat. Remember that next time you're in whomever's class who crazy teachers are making you do. I do pistol squat like twice a year. I think this is the second one. I good. Well, good. So you missed one. Next year you get 2, I promise. All right. Hands and knees, please. So now we're gonna get back to pigeon, but it's a lot of pigeon today, a lot of pigeon day. But we're gonna get into nice pigeon, or maybe you guys even 90-90 if that feels better. So right leg forward, and then don't worry about the shin. Just bring it wherever you need to do. And then option, you're either in pigeon, so the left leg is straight and back, and the hips are square, or you're in 90-90, in which case your left knee is going out to the side. Right? So whatever, it's up to you. You get a little different target in the hips, but you're still getting hips. A little more glutes in the 90-90 situation. And then in pigeon, forearms. In 90-90, maybe off to the side a little bit. Because why not? And then just drop in. And then you're good wherever you are. Is that better, Mitch? Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, good. 90-90. Definitely. Yeah, nice, Robbie. And then just try to, soften into it as much as possible. Nice, Maya. You guys are there to witness breath, body, physical sensation, underlying state of the nervous system. Five more breaths. Those are super long gluteus breaths. So there's two more actually. I'm counting. In through your nose. And out. Last breath cycle. In through your nose. And exhale out through your mouth. Find your hands. Push yourselves back up. Find your way to tabletop. And again, notice what happens if you don't do a big counter move. Just a very gentle, simple, side to side, sway your weight from one leg to another. Maybe a little half circle through the hips, right? Allow the sensations to come back on their own terms. Nice. And then the other side, left leg comes in. Again, pigeon or 90-90. If you're in pigeon, if you're in 90-90, maybe you're going out to the side, creating a little extra length through the sides of your body. Whatever you need. Whatever you need here. Stay with your breath. Stay witnessing. It's perfect. Maybe a little reflection on what that flow did for you or didn't. And it's perfectly fine not to like it. It is still an experience, right? And it's still giving you something, giving you some kind of feedback. Perhaps a little out of your comfort zone. Perfectly fine. I'm expecting slow burn Robbie for Capricorn season. Slow burn. Foundational. And notice I'm already putting it out there. Like, it's coming. I already know it. Finish your exhale. Find your hands. Inhale. Brings you back up. Find your way back to tabletop. A little movement here and there. And then whenever you're ready, you cross your feet, you extend your legs forward. You take an inhale to ground, and then you exhale all the way down onto your back. Knees into the chest or not. And perhaps Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees out wide whenever you are ready to go there. And don't feel like you need to bring your feet super close to your butt. Give them a little bit of a space. Now, if for whatever reason you wanted to make this a little more intense for your hips and for the rotation of the femur into the hip, you would cross your shins instead. So you would draw your knees a little closer to each other. Anybody? Yeah. So it's like you're going kind of to a full pigeon, but laying down, which is a bitch. Mac can do it. But it really opens your hip. You can feel the femur really rolling out in the, like really rolling up in your hip joints. You feel it, Maya? No? Now you feel it? And then like the knees are pulling in and then they're dropping down, so then it's rolling in there, yeah. And then whenever that gets too much, just go back to Supta Baddha Konasana. Or straight out Shavasana, that's fine too. And then here you are again, witnessing yourself in the present moment, in a time and space, in the current body, in your breath. No need to make sense out of it. Allow the lack of clarity to be there. Allow the fog to be there. The sun will burn it, or maybe it will be the moon, who knows. Big breath in through your nose for yourself. Fill your body all the way head to toe for yourself. Open your mouth. Let it go. For somebody you love, in through your nose all the way. Pull it in. Open your mouth. Let it go. For somebody you perhaps don't love so much at the moment, in through your nose. Open mouth. Release. And collectively, one big breath for all humanity, in through your nose. Open mouth, let it go. Allow the practice to slip through the contact points into the mat. Allow it a good death, so a new beginning, new rebirth, new cycle can start. Shavasana. Just as if you flip the switch, you find your breath, you grab it, you connect to it again, in through your nose. And out. Very nice. There you go. And then you start it, you cycle. The option to start is there with every inhale, you guys. Every inhale, the opportunity is right there. Movement through the fingers, through the toes. Stretch the fingers apart, stretch the toes apart. Arms reach up over your head. Big stretch, big yawn. One leg, one arm, other leg, other arm, both legs, both arms. Knees into the chest, hug it in. Maybe off to your side, maybe up and down the spine. Find your way upright. I have probably like 17 bites on my butt. They're all on my butt. Sits bone, but that's what Porch yoga's part has, mosquito bites. Into the mat, belly in and up. Chest rises, shoulders soft, chin tucked in slightly, crown of the head reaching up. Big breath in through your nose. And let it go. Maybe the hands find their way to heart center, showing gratitude to yourselves for showing up on your mat. My gratitude to you for showing up on my porch. Thank you guys so much. Mindfulness to the breath space, to the heart space, and the sacred that unites us all. From my heart to yours always. Namaste. Thank you. I love you so much.
When's the moon?
You know, not yet, it's too early. It's a little too early, but it's gonna be like over there. Yeah. And it's gonna be up, and then I see it. It just goes across my house. It's amazing. Almost always. Yeah. I've said this before, but sometimes I don't think it's this one because this one's a little off that way, but I can see it from my bed. Like my bed is right there and I can see it through the window and I'm like, what the fuck? It is magical. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna go turn off the world because that's Spy Sisters and Marlene. And yeah, I know Marlene, right? She's in DC. She moved. Bye, world. And anybody else who happened to join. Thank you, guys.
I did. Let me tell you about smelling it during class.